right, so I got a room full of people. They mad because we late, but it is what it is.
Yeah. We got to make a grand entrance,
Uh,
baby. We
You
got
know
to
what I'm
make a
saying? You
grand
know,
entrance,
listen, we all
baby.
make money. You feel me? You got to have a
all
flair.
right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all see them. Y'all see them. They really don't need any intros, but
Yeah.
I'm going to do it just to be respectful to the top. We have, I'm calling him the wellness guru, you know, Mac, aka the form runner, health and wellness super expert. I don't know. I can't sing his praises enough. I can't. And to my right, I got two-time Super Bowl champ Anthony Smith. And then in the corner, I got the young lion, Arkansas State wide receiver Jeff Foreman. And yeah, I thank you guys for being here. I want you guys to talk about what you guys do best. Jeff, if you don't mind, as you being the new wave of athletes that have been granted access to monies while being in school, can you talk about the obstacles, the positives, and how you see things going for future athletes after you? Album's going to fade to the clouds.
Sound good. But, I'm Jeff Foreman, here at Arkansas State University, junior. I got one more year until I graduate. But just a new wave of athletes coming in with the new NIL deals and all that stuff going on. It's a lot of pros with it, and it's some cons that I personally feel like is gonna, hit us in the long run. But the good thing about it is, it helps athletes nowadays, make a name for themselves, get money in their pocket. Um, it helps them, build their brand. Say they made a clothing line, they can like partner with them. They get like shoes or sponsored with Champs, East Bay, Foot Locker, Gatorade. It don't matter. The endless sponsorships, can come, but it helps everybody get a lot of money. They can sign years contracts or whatever. But the cons with it that I feel like is gonna hit us in the next couple of years is like taxes. They're gonna start taking taxes out. You gotta start filing for them. Everybody's gonna get mad because this person got this and this person got that, but then they're wondering like why I ain't getting this or why I'm not getting that. But it's just in the future, it's gonna be unlimited. NIL deals going on in the future. Like everybody, starter or not, they're gonna be like, all right, bet you get a deal, you get a deal, you get a deal, just because you're on this team and that team, and you went to high school here or high school there, you played with such and such and this and that. But it's just gonna be good, Just NIL deals nowadays, I'm trying to get me some so I can get some, get some extra money in my pocket because the schools,
Right.
but it's just gonna be good though. That's why I feel like uh, NIL deals is going to be, it's going to help out a lot of people, because some people backgrounds ain't like everybody else's. Like, some cats got a, scrap to eat and all that stuff. Other cats got, 5-course meals and all that stuff in front of them. So it's going to help some out, and some's going to be like, it's, extra change in my pocket because mom and dad help them out, or big brother private league and he buying them shoes, clothes, whatever. Basically you like basically you get in where you fit in because most people they get they get deals and they're like damn like this is some money like they ain't never seen before, and there's others be like yeah I've seen this before but appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying. But that's what I feel like, it's gonna be a good deal for everybody.
Oh yeah,
So
cause it's already started. Cause
yeah, most
Oklahoma,
definitely.
they got the 50 grand NIL deals, that they giving out already. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's it's gonna be obviously those colleges with the biggest boosters and alumni, that's giving back is still gonna be lopsided. So like Bruce said, it's gonna help. It's gonna help a lot of guys, personal situations out. But as far as football goes and you know trying to even out the level playing field, um, that's where it's still going to be lopsided and the separation is still going to be there. So we finna see how it rock.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think it's going to create more dissension amongst players. I think it's going to continue to create separatism for the simple fact that, you know, just when you got a guy that is a superstar per se according to the conference, but his deals don't add up, and you got a guy who comes from a traditional like a Mater Dei or IMG who comes in and don't play, who's not even a starter as a freshman, but he got $1 million deal on the table. You know, that's that's going to create problem. In my opinion, that creates problems because you got this star wide receiver that's putting up numbers, and you got a freshman that's coming in that's not going to see the field for 2 years, but because he goes to IMG or Mater Dei or St. Aug or Evangel Christian, he got all these deals. You know what I mean? And I think that creates separatism amongst the team. And coaches are going to try to do the best they can to try to keep everybody. But whenever this is when it's going to start to really become a problem. When it starts spilling over into the coaching staff, the way it is in the big schools, where you got these big time 5-star freshmen coming in, starting over sound guys because the coach is getting opportunities after this year or promised opportunities after, for a favor. The politics, this is what I really did not want in the football, was the politics starting to affect our kids. Because, we teach sportsmanship, we teach togetherness, we teach team effort, we teach do your part, be responsible, do all of these things. And here you got politics that's coming in and it's kind of breaking up everything that we do, man. You see what I mean? Because, we try to keep everything cohesive because we all in the same battle. Of course, it's a competitive sport. May the best man win. But at the end of the day, we all just trying to make a way. You know what I mean? And if we all doing the same thing and we're all trying to make a way, performing the acts that we do, that we've been doing all of our life, and we feel like this is a kid's game that we can make a living off of, and you have politics coming in, kind of tearing away the fabric of what we teach.
Hey man, it's definitely a personality thing because to what you just spoke on, the NIL deals, this is like the NFL when you first come in, like when a rookie come in. You got a vet who been here, put in work, you know what I'm saying? And then they sign a rookie who he should be really getting that deal. You know what I'm saying? Based on who that guy is, they might be like, bro, that might create tension in a room. And, it's that's that energy that you don't want in a circle because now it's instead of the OG grabbing the young buck and throwing them the ropes, it's like you on your own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
We out here on the same team.
Yeah, I understand, and I feel like and I feel like now, like as like NIL deals and like all that stuff going on, I feel like it's gonna trickle down like how the NFL is. You do this wrong, you get fined. They start taking this out your pocket, or you miss weights or you miss this and that. It's gonna start taking money out your pocket, and now everybody's like, it's gonna. First, it's gonna trickle down, and then you got like you said, young bull come in like me. Me and my boy T Hunt, we like the vets in the room, and say we got a young cat that come in. He got like 4 or 5 deals and all that stuff. We're like, and he come in cocky like, yeah, I'm about to play, I'm about to start, but you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't really,
you ain't done. You ain't built like that, dog.
And then he had like he big head, so he tried to talk to him like, hey, bro, like this is not. Now I know what I do. This not like all right, best. So then it's like it just starts separating, and then say another group got another cat that got this and that. So everybody on the team is like, man, this boy think he big time because he got money. And then it goes for any school, and everybody's just gonna start separating. It's gonna be instead of being like a team game, it's gonna be like individuals. Like, let me get my stats up. Let me get this. So this incentive can hit me like, boom, if I get this, like this amount of yards or this amount of touchdowns or this amount of completions, like you just get money from it, it's just gonna be Like, and then it's just gonna start tearing apart how everybody feel for the game. Like the love is just gonna
Yeah.
be, "Oh, I'm doing it because of the
Yeah.
money. So I'm
Yeah.
doing it because I'm doing it for my grandparents or my family and like the people who helped me get here and all that stuff. It's gonna slowly start fading away from that if it keeps going how it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're 100% correct. You're 100% correct, man. And that's what I feared. That was one of the things when I was debating this whole NIL thing with the O'Bannons, and when it was starting to come to fruition years ago, I knew, and we are, I think we're about 5 years apart away from what you're talking about. I think we're about 3 or 4 years away from what you're talking about, to where it's going to start tearing at the fabric of the team. You're going to have a powerhouse team in order to keep people in place and keep their head on straight. And you know, because if you get in your if because what's going to happen is guys are going to get in their mindset that I'm getting paid anyway. I don't really care. And then when the contracts say come in and they say, well, if you don't play, we don't pay. That's when you're going to start seeing the whole transfer portal thing start to become a problem. And then the other politics are going to trickle down to where it's okay. You're going to transfer from Alabama, but you're not finna transfer to UT Chattanooga. You better transfer to Ohio State. You better transfer to Texas A&M. You better those transfers going to have to be equilateral, or the pay is going to start going down. And I don't think a lot of parents don't realize what's really coming down the pipe with these decisions. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm. That's another thing, bro. How in the hell did you get from Dale City to A State when when you got down Oklahoma, Texas Tech, you got
I mean,
Arkansas, like you
so
got a
like,
lot of people that will pay you because you was like a 3-star athlete, kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, but like with my story, how it goes, I grew up, like NCAA 14 came out, you got the little college games, all that stuff. So I do like Road to Glory, so I'll pick like Oklahoma or Texas because it's like that's where I'm from. But no, balling out in high school because it was a certain point of time where I was gonna just say, forget it. I'm done playing. Like I don't want to play football no more because the school I went to was predominantly basketball, and at the time, me and my brother, shout out to him, he balling out where he going, but we was crushing it. And then my boys, because we moved from Texas to Oklahoma, so my boys, they playing at big time schools. My boy Tyrese Maxey, played. Shout out to him. He in the NBA right now. He in the finals playing the Heat right now. So watching him play and all that stuff, me and my brother were like, yeah, I'm done playing football. So like my love for it started fading because we wasn't winning as many games and all that stuff. So we started hooping. Like me and my brother was like real good. We was top in the state as freshmen. And then my mom, she transferred me and Jack to Dale City. So it's a whole different environment, a whole different like ball game for moving from one city to another city because this city they care about football and this is what we do. In another city it's basketball, soccer and all that. So it's just like football, like football, track, and basketball. So it's like I bet like and these cats over here at Dale City, like everybody work hard for what they got. So it pushed my level of play to a whole different ball game. So transfer over there because my boy Coach Rideau, my Coach Johnny, they real close. So we moved over there. So I didn't see the field till like second quarter of the first game of my sophomore year. And after that, ever since then, I finished off that game with like 7 catches, 140 for like 3 tugs. And nobody knew who I was. So after that, balled out. So junior year come, start getting interest from like NC State, Notre Dame, SMU, uh, Iowa State, all that stuff. So everybody was like, "Oh, he going big time." So I was like, "Nah, I'm still where everybody else is at. Like, don't hype my head up because I'm not gonna be none different." And you can ask my boys back at the crib, like they know me. Like I ain't never act like I was big time. I always act like I'm still trying to get better. So I got a call from Eastern Michigan. That was my first offering. I remember that call like it was yesterday. My mom. I'm chilling, me talking this and that, and they called me out of nowhere. I was like, "Yo, like, what number called me from Michigan?" My boy Coach Nunez, he at Oklahoma now, but he called me. He offered me. So it was a very great. It was a very very heartfelt moment. Got offered for the first time, and nobody in my family ever knew what an offer was or even got anywhere to like a school just to play. Cause and then Wyoming start calling, so they start flooding in. So I had a couple like Big 12 offers. Texas Tech, Iowa State, and then I'm heading down to a school. No. I was going to track practice, and then because at this time we had like teacher lockout in Oklahoma, so teachers wasn't getting paid enough, so all the teachers stopped. So we used to, we still had to
I
do what we had to
remember that.
do.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
So
I remember that.
at that during that time, I get a call. I was like, "Hello." It's the Arkansas number. I was like, "Oh, bet SEC about to call me." Nah, my boy Coach Early, he at Houston. He called me. He was like, "Have you ever heard of Arkansas State?" And I was like, "I ain't never knew or heard of where Arkansas State is and all that stuff." So I start like doing my research on them. So they offered me, and then I ain't paid no mind to it. It was like, oh, it's another offer, you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to get some more. I went on a visit. No, this is like, how high schools got like spring ball and coaches start coming in and watching. So we had like Arkansas, Missouri, Baylor, all other schools coming in. So I was like, oh, bet like they gonna offer me all that stuff. But you know how coaches is. We gonna holler back at you, this and that. Like never heard a call back or never talk to him again. So I'm just like, all right, I I guess this is where they see where my cap is at, but whoever they got, I promise you, I'm 10 times better than him, and my work ethic's better. So I ain't really paying no mind to it. So went on a couple visits. Went to Eastern Michigan. Went on an unofficial to Tech. Went to Arkansas State for unofficial. Texas State, and then I was like, all right, I vibe with Tech, but at the time didn't feel like home. Texas State went down there. They were trying to offer me to play offense and defense. That's not me. I like to.
Yeah.
It's not.
Tough,
It's not. It's not my
tough.
field. Then I went to Arkansas State. At the time, my boy, Coach Cefalo, Coach Anderson, they at Utah State now, but they offered me. It felt like home. My boy Coach Buck, he's at Texas State too, but it felt like home. I felt like I come here, make a name for myself and show everybody, and prove everybody like I can do this. No matter where you go, I can still make it to the next level. And then
Yeah.
so I came up here, and ever since then, I've been faithfully committed to Arkansas State. And ever since then, just been like my place of home. So it's my second place I call home. Besides, Dale City or Texas, it's
Yeah.
what I call home.
Yeah.
So
Dope.
this is where,
That's dope. Yeah, Jonesboro not bad, man. I like Jonesboro, man. It's cool. It's not too bad, bro.
nah,
You know what I mean?
it's just living, to be here for like 3 years. At first it was cool, and then over time I started realizing it's like a
Yeah.
elderly city, so it's like
Yep.
calm, quiet, ain't really much to do. It's just
Yeah.
focus on what
Yeah.
you got to do and just go from there.
Yeah.
I love Jonesboro, but there's times where like, man, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to
Yeah. Yeah.
like Memphis or back at the crib, see the boys, just get away from it. But it's a cool feeling, Arkansas.
Yeah.
State of
Arkansas,
Arkansas is very, very different.
Arkansas different, man. I went to school in
Mhm.
Conway. I went to school at Central Arkansas, so
Hey,
I
we
know
beat
where
y'all,
you at.
boy. We beat y'all. I ain't worried. We ain't
I
worried.
know where you at, bro. I know where you
Yeah,
at, bro. Coming from
yes.
New Orleans and then going to the Central Arkansas and Conway. It's a retirement community, kind of like Jonesboro.
Hmm.
A little bit of something, not a lot, but you could focus. And
Hmm.
you could ball out. You know what I'm saying? So I know where
Yeah,
you're
it's
coming
just,
from, bro. Definitely,
yeah,
definitely.
it's different. It's different, and this all you really do is school and football. Ain't no, you
Yep,
can't party. You can't go to no amusement park or whatever. You can't go here. It's
yep,
legit. Only thing we got here is a bowling alley and movies, and like
yep,
It's really it. You know what I'm
and
saying?
and the frat parties and the school functions. That's it.
That's really it.
That's
It's
it.
really it. And
Yeah. Yeah.
most of the time, you really in your bed chilling, playing a game,
Right.
watching a
Right.
movie, just chilling with the boys. But
Yeah.
it
Yep.
just, it's a great feeling just being in Arkansas and just being in the place I am now, just giving back, talking to the young people
Yeah,
and all that
man.
stuff.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. And you know, the thing about it, man, one of the obstacles that so many kids face at a lot of different schools is they got too much to do. You know, it's heavy in Tuscaloosa. It's a lot of things that go on at the University of Alabama, a lot of things that go on at LSU that,
Hmm.
the news don't report at because these kids got so much stuff to do. They got too much time on their hands and they got money. And
Facts.
it's good sometimes and sometimes that you can be in a place where everybody's pretty much friendly. You really ain't got a lot to do, so you can focus on your craft. You continue
Facts.
to build your craft. You can continue to
Hmm.
hone your skills, and just be around good people and people that's going to cultivate you. Because outside of the program, in a lot of different areas, they don't really cultivate you. The cities don't really, other than alumni, and you know, it's hard to get locals on board unless you have one of those big schools. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's good to be in a place like that with a local support and
Hmm.
alumni, and you don't have a whole bunch of trouble to get into, so
Yeah,
you can
because
hone and zone in on your craft.
because Jonesboro is like everybody know everybody. So if you do some, people gonna find out. They gonna be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you did this? I bet." Like our sheriff, like I'm real close to him. Like we talk all the time. And plus he takes to the airports and all that stuff. But like like he'll say something about like 2 to 3 days ago where he met one of our players doing something. He's like, yeah, this happened, or you walk around the store like little fans, all that stuff come up to you, this and that, and just you just it's a small city, so everybody know everybody. And then
Yeah.
one time, you know, being young freshman coming into college, me and my boys at the time, me and Walmart playing, tag and all that stuff. We got little cats like sixth, seventh grade playing with us because they want to have fun and all that stuff. So then just to have fun with us, take pictures and get back to to the community. But it's just basically like everybody know everybody. So like, and plus everybody here goes to the games, like teachers, administrators, all that stuff. Like you can be like you can be good one game, you can do this and that, and they'll talk about it. And you're like, you really can't go, you can't run from it. So everybody know everybody.
Right. 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 Pros and cons, man. The pros and
Mm-hmm.
cons. It's dope. It's dope.
Yeah. Hey, question,
So,
Jeff. Did I hear you on a?
What'd you say?
Did I hear you played on the losing team at one point?
No. Yeah, I played on the losing team my freshman year.
So, so what was the motivation? Cause my senior year, bro, I went to Syracuse. My senior year, we went 1-11. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
and our defense, we started out being ranked, the top in the country, and as we kept being on the field, the numbers kept dropping.
that's
Obviously,
right.
but
I understand,
you know what I'm saying? But
because mm-hmm.
so I ended up, getting drafted in the third round. So my question is, what kept you motivated during in that losing season to keep pushing and stay on top of your game and not fall to the circumstances of, the losing season and, all that bad energy?
sound good because as right now, this past season we went 2-10, and we had all the talent in the world, to make it to bowl games or conference championships and all that
Always
stuff.
do. Always
Yeah,
do. A State
yeah,
always have a load of athletes. I don't know why
yes,
y'all don't take Conference USA, bro.
but I'm gonna go. But like my freshman year in high school and this past season, so my freshman year in high school we went one in whatever, I don't remember. Uh, at the time I was playing here and there. Played a couple games, stopped playing. I was like, man, we ain't doing nothing. Come back because like it's hard for me to run for something I've been playing for so long and I had a love for it. So it's like I gotta I gotta help this team. You gotta have a slump, and it's like it's always like bet, put them off back, let's go. No matter what no matter what the situation is, like I got this. Like let me roll. Just give me the ball. Let me roll. And the more the more our defense on the field, the more they kept scoring. The more offense off the field, they kept scoring. So I was like, gosh, bro, like I need help. So, I was like, bro, I need help at the time. And not many people was like athletes to do that. I'm an incoming freshman playing on varsity. It's hard for freshmen to play on varsity. So I was like, man, I'm done playing. So I went to another school and I was like, man, like I'm gonna get another try. So my twin, he was my brother. He always been my quarterback or the other receiver on the other side of the field. So I'm on one side, he on another. So if they try to double me, he'll ball out. If they try to double him, I'll ball out. Or if he had quarterback, he'll look for me. It's always been like that. So so we transferred and he had quarterback. So I'm like, all right, bet I'm smooth. Not many people know how me and him play, so he'll throw it up, I'll go get it. So I'm playing and then I just see like the love and the competitiveness other players have at Dale City. So I was like, I bet like this is where I'm right, like this is where I fit in. And like the love starts slowly coming back for it. And then I'm out there working hard, training late nights, extra cashing, extra this and that. And I'm like, ooh, it feels good to be back at peace with this sport. And then ever since the first game where I got my confidence back, like the ball never stopped rolling. Like I just kept going, just nonstop. And this past season, we had tremendous talent. Players if they put their mind to it, they could have went. Like they could have got drafted. Either free agent deals or fifth or like third, fourth, fifth, sixth round, whatever. But first game, we beat UCA. Like always, they stay gonna beat UCA. Besides, I mean, every 1 year we gotta do this.
The
Every 1 year,
luckiest team in
Gotta throw that
Arkansas.
in there.
The luckiest team. A State, the luckiest team in the country, the next to LSU.
yeah. So we beat we beat UCA, and then so we on a roll. Next time we play Memphis. We lost to Memphis 55-50, and that game was a shootout. And me and my boys, we bought out, but we came up short. You know, shout Calvin Austin, he played in the league now. Just watching him play and just like, all right, bet like we can stop him, we straight. We went to Washington. We lost to Washington, so everybody's confidence going down because we 1-2 right now. We went to Tulsa, lost a like a nail biter to Tulsa, so everybody like, man. Like, so we all 1-3. And I'm like, bro, we still good. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can still make it to, conference championship. We still make it to a bowl game. We just got to keep moving forward. And then, so we started playing. So we in conference play. We went 1-7 in conference play, and most of the teams that we beat, that we should have beat, we lost to by 7 points, like 10 or less points. And we're like, we can beat these cats. Our defense held us in most games. Offense, we couldn't cap or finish on like what the defense did. Like they'll get a turnover or they'll stop them on fourth downs, and we like, all right, bet now it's time for us to go score. But we couldn't get over the hump over finishing. So everybody start getting in their head and start playing and getting their stats for themselves. Like I'm here just so I get my numbers up. And so either I'm a transfer or go to the league, and then that's what starts separating the team. And then our head coach Bush Jones, he's telling us like we got players not really bought into his system, and it's hurting us, and it's hurting him because he's putting his time and effort in. Position coaches putting their time and effort in. Players who are dedicated putting their time and effort in. And it's like we doing this and that, but it's not shown on the field. And because we had, a couple stragglers was like, I'm here just to get my numbers up. Like after the season, I'm already leaving. I already got schools talking to me, this and that. And that really ain't
Transfer
helping.
portal.
Yeah, like
Transfer portal.
Right.
people crazy now.
Yep.
And everybody's like, I ain't doing this, so I'm leave. So like we'd be like this close to getting over the hump, this close to get on the hump, but we could never finish. But like we had the talent to blow majority of the teams out. Like majority of the teams we play, we could blow them out. But we couldn't be as a group or couldn't be together in those moments. I just started faded away. But so for me to keep my confidence, I kept talking to the coaches like, hey, what can I do to help the team out? If I got to go out there and block, I go block. If I go make this catch, I'll make that catch. Put me on special teams, I'll do that, regardless of what it is, injured or hurt or whatever. I'm gonna still go out there and do what I need to do to help the team out. And then if people want to follow, they can follow. If not, then they got to go. And that's what most of our players is doing. And that was my motivation. Like, why give up now? I've been fighting my whole life to get to this spot right now.
Right. Right. I mean, that's a good mindset to have, man. I was always a lead by example type of guy. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know what losing was like until I got to college. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, to and I didn't know that I had the type of influence because I was a quiet guy. I wasn't a real talkative guy. And most running backs don't talk. Most running backs don't talk. Most of the talking is done by receivers and DBs.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people that are
Right.
the
Right.
the natural leaders of the team. And when you get to a team where people start to lose their confidence, but they know you good now, they know you the talent, and they're losing the confidence, then you just have to do what you did. Just play through it, put your numbers up, convince them that they can do the same thing, because everybody got it in them. You know, the thing that we teach is we teach accountability. Like, I know you're good. And if I see you doing the things that you need to do to better yourself, then I'm not going to work on you as much. But when I work on somebody else, I'm going to use you as an example. And that
Mm-hmm.
example, that example that I use you as, I need you to infect that person with that same energy. Because all it takes from you is dog, you way more talented than me. I don't know why you're not doing the same shit that I'm doing. It may or may not be true. You just may be smarter and have more situational awareness to understand how defenses move on the run. You may
Mm-hmm.
not be as fast. You may not be, perfect. He may have all the natural attributes, but he don't have the situational awareness. And that may be what you bring to him. You don't have to teach a person. You could just be around a person and you can infect them with your mentality. So just being around your teammates and encouraging your teammates, that's going to be the biggest thing for you, because your spring game was stupid. They already know what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing you got to do is just continue to build your people up. Everybody that want to talk to you, encourage, and that energy is going to reciprocate, and that's going to elevate your game. They already know what they're getting, but they don't know that what you're bringing to the table when you elevate your people. When you elevate everybody around you, they elevate you. That's how you start separating. So, you know, just keep doing what you're doing, because what you're doing is great. You know what I mean? Keep the mindset that, you know, you lose some, you win some, but you got to have a short memory. Saturday
Mm-hmm.
is over. Sunday is new. When we come into the meeting room on Sunday, it's it's something new. So you as a leader, you have to convince your group, because see, this is the thing, age old battle, DBs and wide receivers, age
Oh,
old battle, age old battle. when you come in the meeting room on Sunday for film and you're getting better, the DBs over there doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to challenge the DBs. The DBs are going to challenge you, not just you, but your whole group. So that accountability that the DBs are going to have, that's how the group starts to infect each other, because the DBs are going to hold the D line accountable, because we can't cover everybody forever.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
when I say it starts with you, all you got to do is infect the wide receivers. The wide receivers are going to infect the DBs. The DBs are going to infect the linebackers and the D line. The D line is going to affect the offensive line. Offensive line is going to get a quarterback time. So it literally can start with you, bro. You just have to infect your group. You ain't got to infect the whole team, because all of y'all competitive. You
Yeah,
just infect your group. You just infect your group.
mhm. Yeah, and
You know
like
what I'm
and
saying?
what you're saying that, you know what I'm saying? Like what you're saying is money, because our group that we had, we was a very, very talented group, very talented group. We had a cat coming in from Kentucky, my boy T Hunt coming in from TCU, my boy Kaim from Boise State, Adam Jones, Central Michigan, Jack Combs from I. We have boys coming in who could come in and contribute with us. But we all was so separated, and we all was like, let's hang out with, like, it was just so weird that we all was like, we talented to do a lot of things in this group. Like, as far as the receivers go, is how far the team goes. And we was all so separated that the team ain't really go as far, because we was all separated and not really bought into each other, and we was all worried about ourselves. But so now, as this new receiver group that me and T Hunter are in, we carrying right now. Me and him, we just trying to build a unison group, so we all have fun with each other. We all can talk to each other and be like, hey, this is what we got to do better at, or this is what we need to do to for the day. Like, this is like the point of the day and what we got to do, and we go from there. So most of you all start like enjoying each other's company and cheering each other on and having fun with each other. Everybody's gonna
Yeah.
start feeding off us, and everybody's gonna be
Right.
like, all right, yeah, I want what they have, because our DBs, they was doing the same thing too. They was cheering up each other. Like this spring ball we had, they was cheering up each other. Like, I bet, like, keep doing this. And it was like infectious. So the defense, once the DBs did it, the whole defense started doing it. And then once they turned up, then it's like, all right, bet now we gotta one up them. So we gotta start turning up. So spring ball got really competitive in it, and it went from like here to everybody. Went from being here at the beginning to everybody she finishing here. Like, most
Yeah.
players doing things that they never thought that they was doing. So just all of us just encourage each other, and just taking one day at a time, keep moving forward. Like, that's
Yeah.
why I feel like
Yeah.
this team that we got coming in, and we moving forward, we're gonna do special things, because we all buying into each other, and just being brothers to each other, and not being separated, like looking from a distance and not really bought into each other. So now just everybody bringing each other together and,
Right.
and elevating each other. I think we're gonna be really, really special this year coming up.
Right. Right. I'm gonna have my eye on y'all, because, you know, I keep my eye on everything Arkansas except for the Razorbacks. I don't like the Razorbacks, but I keep
Yeah, we
everything.
need
I
to
keep Pine Bluff and A State and UC. Of course, I keep the Bears on my radar, but I keep y'all. I'm gonna be checking for y'all on ESPNU. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
Because now I got some people to look out for. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm. Appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey
You
Jeff.
got something?
Hey, yeah, real quick. I was gonna ask you, or to the Mac point, that accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It can start with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really can, and it does start with the leader. Starts with the guys who everybody know these are dogs. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh
it
no.
Mm-hmm.
starts with. So if the dogs ain't holding everybody else accountable, bro, it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Every team that I've been on, every championship team, I've been on losing teams, bro, in the league, and I've been on championship teams in the league. And the
Yes,
difference
sir.
is accountability, dog. You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean? Them championship teams, everybody held accountable at, you know what I'm saying, that high level. Like you said, spring ball went from here to here, you know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
of everybody holding each other accountable, dog. And that's just what it do. It just feeds that energy. All right, bro. You know what? I might be in a funk, but hey, bro, like, come on, man. You know, we on, let's go. It just take that little spark right there. You know what I'm saying? It only take a little
Mm-hmm.
spark, dog, to start a fire. It don't take no big, it don't take a million gallons of gasoline to start the fire, bro. It just take a little spark. You know what I'm saying? And you can start a forest fire, bro. So, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Like
Mm-hmm.
Max saying, man, like you can be that, man. Just be that. Get with your other dogs. Y'all hold each other accountable. Like you said, it's gonna rub off, man, and y'all gonna have a great outcome, man.
For
Most
sure.
definitely.
For sure.
And accountability is what is what our culture is. Like it's one of our core values is like everybody hold each other accountable. If somebody's doing something they ain't supposed to be doing, and you let it, you just walk past and let it be how it is, man. That little thing is gonna affect us later on because you ain't want to, like help your boy out. But accountability is something big that we do, and Coach Jones preach because if you ain't accountable outside of football, that outside of football stuff is gonna affect you on the field.
Yeah. For sure. Right. Right.
So if I ain't doing what I'm supposed to be doing in school, it's gonna affect me on the field because if I'm not passing my classes, I'll be ineligible to play.
Yep.
If I'm
Yep.
too busy worried about this and that, then it's gonna affect me on the field. Just being accountable for what we do and the actions and the reactions that we get, positive or negative, is something that is that our coach was preaching to us because, like you said, Saturday is here and Sunday is a new day. Basically,
Yep.
say you did something good in the spring game, and then you in film, you're like, and for me, I tell all our coaches know at our facility, like they know where I want to be at in my goals for this season and next season, and if I'm not doing or holding my own or being accountable for what I'm doing on the field, like I want that hard coaching. I want that like this is what you got to get better. And for us as a team and players, like I like to ask questions. I'm like, how am I supposed to do that if this happened, this that, and then the conversation that we have and all that stuff. And that's how we get better as a team, just holding each other accountable and just trusting and respecting the coaches and believing what they say.
For sure. For sure. So on a transition, real quick. When was y'all spring game?
Last Saturday.
Okay. So you went six for a bill 20, huh?
Yeah,
You went six for a bill 20, three tubs.
yeah.
I mean, you went nuts, right? I mean, you went
So
nuts. You went lights the fuck out, right?
it was slight work. I
Okay,
dropped
okay,
two.
okay,
It was slight
okay.
because I dropped two balls that I could have caught and I could have
And
scored on both of
I
them.
saw they got on your ass about that too. Okay,
Yeah.
so picture this, man. We had AB since he was 15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
We had Antonio Brown since he was 15 years old. He dropped a lot of balls. A lot of people didn't believe in him. Nobody believed in him when he got to Pittsburgh. He still had slugs in his mouth.
Yeah, my boy,
And he
my coach Jones, my head coach. He coached him at Central Michigan, so he know a lot about AB.
we had him since he was 15 years old. AB been playing against people in the league since he was 15, 16 years old. We trained him with the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
So in his mind, he wasn't the greatest athlete, bro. He wasn't the fastest. He dropped balls. He didn't make all the big plays. But in his mind, there was nobody that could outcompete him. He dropped balls. He didn't make plays. But still, even with the drop balls, 6 for 23 tubs, I'll take two drops. I don't see we understand how the media works. So they gonna pick at you. Oh, you had 2 drops. You went 6 for a bill, 23 tubs. That's accountability. Okay? You see what I mean? So what we teach is this. You celebrate your wins, bro. See, so the 2 drops you had, that's an afterthought. You know why it's an afterthought? Because you're not gonna do it again. You want to celebrate your wins. Every win, you don't let no win get by you. No win. Because guess what wins do? They create momentum. They create momentum. And momentum creates a snowball, and a snowball creates a fucking avalanche. So you celebrate your wins. You always celebrate your wins. That was a win, bro. And when I saw the interview, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way because I've been in those interviews before. Lost fumble. I go 21 for 210, 3 touchdowns, 1 lost fumble. They harp on the lost fumble. The reason why I was able to make it is because that's what the media does to see if you're going to mature in how you handle adversity. That's all that is. And I knew you was gonna say, yeah, man, but I dropped 2. I coulda. Nah. We only want to celebrate your wins, bro. We giving flowers on your wins. Because in your mind, if you hold those 2 drops in your mind, the snowball is gonna roll the other way. Let me tell you something. Ant one of the ones because the way he was taught, they got short memories. Almost every cornerback have short memories. And they hate to watch film because it brings up old shit.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Fact.
You know
Same
what I
thing with
mean?
receivers,
So
you know.
you
Dig
see
in
what I
like
mean?
it's
We
up.
hate to watch because we bring up old shit, right? So what I want you to do is this is gonna elevate your game, bro. It's a simple mind hack that's gonna elevate your game. Celebrate your wins. I don't care if you have 1 catch for 6 yards. That's a first down to keep the ball moving. It doesn't matter. That's the win you harp on. Don't ever get in tune with all the wrong that you did because you're going to visually see the difference. You're going to see the safety roll. You're going to see the linebacker inside out. You're going to see the corner push force inside when you know you should have stayed outside because you got something coming. You're going to do that visually. That's going to happen. You're going to correct your mistakes. You're going to look the ball in the next time. You're not going to turn your head, and you already didn't put that together. He's like, oh, I took my eye off the ball. You know, you already done fixed that, but you still haven't celebrated your win.
I got you.
You
And
see,
then
you correcting because in the culture, that's what they teach. They teach you to correct. Go to the film room, get better. Go to the film room, get better. But you still ain't celebrated your win. When you gonna congratulate yourself?
I understand that
You
because
got to do that first.
I'm always humble. So like I always praise myself, but it's like, all right, bet
In
now it's time for
private,
me
you ain't got to praise
yeah.
yourself in front of everybody.
Well, that's what I'm saying. For me, like I go, after the spring game, me and my lady, we ate dinner. We went to Cheddar's. We ate. We could we talked about it. We did good. And the next day, I was like, all right, man, now it's time for me to get back to work. Even though we finished, we still lifted on Monday. Tuesday, still I was still in there getting my body back right. And it's like always for me, like I always like to take credit for it, but then it's like I like to put my other peers in front. Like this is who really made me shine. Like quarterback, coach, center, O-line. Like I always put my boys in front because they're the reason why I'm here in this situation that I am in. And then like our DB coach, he came from UAB. Like me and him, like we were real cool since he got here. We always talk, and he's like, one thing that you keep it real about is like you may do some good things, and then the bad things is what you really like. Like what you did bad, and that's what you really focus on to get better at the next practice. Like I see the good in what I do. I'm like personally, I'm like that's what I always do, and that's how I know how to do it. But like, say I got jammed up and I ain't dipped my shoulder on the release and they get me a little bit. That's what I work on. Like, all right, let me get this better at, or move and like club and chop and all that stuff. Like that's what I focus on because I know once I focus on that, the normal stuff that I do and the freaking nature plays, catches, and all that stuff, like that will elevate my game from here to a whole nother level to where like Big Ten or SEC, them cats can't stop me. You know what I'm saying? So I focus on like the
Right.
small details first, like those drops. Yeah, I got to make those. But I know for a fact, like everybody drops some, everybody catch some, but I just gotta stay
You ain't gonna
consistent with
you gonna correct that. That's
it.
gonna be a no brainer.
Yeah, that's
You
me.
gonna
Like
you gonna
I
make
know.
those pop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Them gonna be no brainers from here on out because
Mm-hmm.
they stick with you. They stick with you. They stick with you. Them drops, them simple drops, they stick with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Hey,
because it's the ones where like boom, it's like you like one of them like it was the day before it was our spring game. Caught a ball, I was like this. It was the easy one, like boom, and then I try to tuck and just drop. And then the next play, caught a ball like over the shoulder like this. I wasn't even looking, I was caught like that. And they're like, it's like the hard
Yep.
stuff you catch, but the easy
Yeah.
stuff you meet.
Catch the hard
It's
stuff, drop the easy stuff.
and then and I'm just like, it's like I just gotta I gotta hone in and focus on the small things and the easy stuff, and then the hard stuff will come. And then that's how I play. It's like one thing I get better at is like catching, like looking it in and then go. I'm more of like catching. I'm already trying to make my move so I can go field and go score.
Why?
But
So here's the thing. You know the reason why people drop those balls
because
because
they already.
they
Mm-hmm,
lose sight of the corner. They lose sight of the safety. When you come out of your break, you know where he at.
mm-hmm,
You know the only angles he can take. You know you know
mm-hmm,
if he 4 yards and you turn around, he got a T plant, flip his hips. If he turned his hips, if he's still in the back pedal, he got to plant and come back. Most DBs are taught to take that upfield shoulder to force you back into the help.
mm-hmm.
These are you know these things. So why
Yeah.
are you looking for him?
Because
You
I'm
know what I
always
mean?
like, I always play. I always catch it. Some of them, I catch them, I look it in, and some of them's like, all right, bet if I feel him on my shoulder, if he's over here,
Oh
like
yeah, yeah,
I always got a preference to see who coming. So
yeah.
most receivers don't like to get hit, so he get as much
Right,
as he can.
right.
You dive or go out of bounds. But I was trying to see like where he was at. And it was so easy where they pushed cover three, and I was like, oh, it's easy. I
Oh
jumped and I looked, and I was like, and it dropped, and I was like.
yeah, yeah.
I just shook my head.
That's
I was
how it
like,
happened.
I'm better than this. I was like,
Yeah,
I know it. It's like
that's how it
those
happened
cats
to
I
you,
beat
bro.
9 times out of 10. So it's like,
Yeah, that's how it happened to you.
hey,
That's
I
how it
had a
happened.
question. I had a
That's
question for the panel. Um, and not to bring up the draft, but I'm always been curious. How do schools prep prospects that's, let's say, third to sixth round, or potential free agent signings? How does the school handle the blue chips versus, say, the first 1 to 3 rounds versus the third to 6 rounds? How does the school keep the kids' spirits up? Like, hey, you may not go third round, but or at what point does the school say, well, we don't think he's going to go, so let's just kind of focus our efforts on the ones that are going to go?
School
as
don't do
far as
shit.
training
yeah,
goes.
the
Yeah,
schools will do nothing. It's mostly like,
Your
it's like
agent, your people,
the
your
agent would tell
people.
you, or like say, yeah, like people will tell you, or like you get a draft grade or prediction of where you're gonna be drafted at or whatever. Like that's where like people hear it, and if you're a third round, and they'll tell you like this is a project you as a third round, and then if you feel like you better than the third round, you gonna show that you better than the third round, or say you late fifth or sixth round, they be like, all right, bet I'm gonna show them But most people already got their mind made up like, all right, he does this bad, he does this wrong, he does this, he does that. But your peers, they see you doing what they say, but it's the total opposite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They say you can't run fast, but you blazing down the field in practice, or you can't hit this hole right as a running back, but you hit it every time, and you scoring, or you can't block, or you can't throw, you too slow, you this, you that. But your peoples, they see you doing that. But the people who make those, those predictions and those all that stuff, like they already got their mind made up of,
Right.
and it's like you ain't really see, you just see like the end product and not the what's going on, but like behind the scenes they don't see. They see what you do on Saturdays.
I think
And
one of
for
the
like, go
yeah
ahead, Ant.
he
Go ahead. Go ahead.
he was I think he was asking like as far as the schools and how they prep, like
Yeah, the mental
nothing
the
changed.
mental aspect behind it,
Yeah,
like
right.
because
Nothing
athletes some have
nothing
fret.
changes.
Yes.
Yeah, nothing changes from the guy who's finna get drafted in the first round from the guy who's going undrafted. When it comes to schools, you're
Go
you
the
you're
fuck off.
you're trained the same way. You know what I mean? They
Huh?
don't change nothing different. Only thing that's different is the drills. Like
That's
they'll
it.
implement your combine drills, into the training for the senior guys and all that other stuff if you
Mm-hmm.
aren't, training with a personal trainer and somewhere else outside of the school campus. But the school, as far as the school itself, they don't treat the players any different from first round to undrafted. You're gonna get the
That's
same
it.
training, and when
You
the
get the
pro
same
day
shit.
come, you're gonna get the same opportunity that that first round guy get. So that's just how that
Yep.
goes.
Yeah, that's like when you got guys like when University of Alabama had a pro day, they coming to look at Williams, they coming to look at all the big dogs. But you got the guys from UAB there, you got the guys from South Alabama there, because they're not going to have a pro day. So their pro day, their invites are going to, the UABs, the USAs, and University of Alabama State, all these different schools, Alabama A&M, they're going to have to come to Tuscaloosa for Alabama's pro day. You see what I'm saying? And they're going to run there. So they even though they coming to see Jameson Williams and all the other type of people, when they invite these people up, they feel like these people can be picked up, whether free agent or drafted. They're going to invite them to Alabama Pro Day. They're not going to go down there. There's no special treatment. This is
Facts.
how a lot of people. This is how a lot of people get found. You see, because you know my pro day wasn't even in Arkansas. My pro day was at LSU, and I went to Central Arkansas. So, a lot of people get found when they go to see the big dogs. So if they like when they go to see these different people, they find out, oh shit, this DB, he ran a 4.39, he ran a 3.79 short shuttle. Wait a minute, we might need to take a look at this guy. This might be our nickel corner that we can get in the sixth round. Or we can
Mm-hmm.
just sign if nobody picks him up. This is how they find gems. This is how they find jewels when they go to these big time schools and you get invited for your pro day to these big time schools.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts because and just saying like some cats, they go to the combine, they train, like exos or MPJ or no, MJP. They go elsewhere like other states, to train because they got athletes that train too for the combine, and they got high priced athletes that are in your position or other positions like DBs, receivers, quarterbacks, running backs, all that stuff. So they're training the same way you train, and they're trying to help you better yourself. And other cats, say they ain't get the treatment of getting like combine invites or whatever. They may train still with those people, or some may train at their colleges still. And I tell some people That like, hey, if you got an opportunity to go train here, go train there because you ain't gonna get the opportunity back. Like you're gonna be around other athletes at your position that's same as you or better than you, and you can see what they're good at, what they're bad at, and you can like go from there. But like the school don't really do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you like you said, some cats come from UCA or Arkansas Tech that may come up here and get their get their pro day in because they ain't gonna they ain't gonna get as much scouts there as they get here. And then say they ball out here and they're like, all right, bet when's your pro day? They'll say ours is next week, and you go ball out at yours again. They're like, all right, bet now I've seen this guy twice. Now I feel good about what he's do, like what he can do and all that stuff. And they're like, all right, bet now he's on a radar, he's on a board and all that stuff. But that's how I see like how but the schools don't really do nothing for nobody. The only things that's different is the training. That's different. That's it.
And then it ain't no bash on the schools because one, it's a market thing. You know what I mean? Obviously, a school at Alabama, like Alabama versus you know, a smaller NIA school, they're not going to have as many guys. So, it's not the best to schools, but it's a numbers game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The most pro days, the most guys, the going to be at the bigger schools where the majority of the athletes are. You know what I mean? So that's just how that game go.
You dang muted, bro.
Mac, you muted.
You're muted.
We can't hear you, Mac.
Ah, this man.
He'll return. He'll return.
Yeah.
But nah, you right though, cause like for us, we had like 5 or 6. We had 5 or 6 scouts here, and
Coming back.
it's, and
All
it's
right. Y'all can hear me now? Okay.
yeah, we can
Coming
hear
back.
you.
Yes,
All
sir.
Now,
right. But see, I wouldn't even want to go. I mean, I would, I wouldn't, I'd be grateful for it. But if I had a chance to have a pro day at UCA with 7 scouts, right? Or have a chance at my pro day at A State with 32 scouts,
hmm
I'm going to A State. I'm going to take that 2-hour trip up to Jonesboro to run for 32 scouts. And then if they decide that I deserve a second look, then on my pro day at UCA, I'll run for the 7 scouts. That's cool. But if I get invited to run for the scouts at A State and they got all 32 teams there, I'm definitely gonna take that. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it's like you said, it's no knock against the school. It's
yeah,
just that
it's just,
Right.
the program is bigger. The program got more prestige. So the school, and they may have more athletes, but they might have, okay, we got McAfee on our list. I heard he's coming up here to run at this pro day. That'll kill, like for a lot of people, that'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You know what I mean? So, for a lot of scouts, they might not even have to come to UCA. You know what I'm saying? To see any of us. You know what I'm saying? So it's in your favor when you get these opportunities to go to these big schools to run and get and also for me as a wide receiver, you know, I was getting passes from I was catching passes from an SEC quarterback. So, to see you get an opportunity to play with guys, because for me, the knock on me was big fish in a small pond. That's what they said on my profile. Big fish in a small pond, which means I come from a legacy. I dominated the conference, but I was in a smaller conference. That's what they mean when they say that, right?
Mhm.
So, they don't think that under competition, they looking at, okay, competitive. Oh, he's in the Gulf South. It's the hardest in Division II, but it's still not Division I. Still not SEC, Big 12, Conference USA. It's still not none of the big boys, and he accelerated. So they consider you this big name guy with lesser competition, and that kind of hurts people. You know what I'm saying? If especially when you're extremely talented, so you have to go to these big schools and show that you can run and that you can bench press and do the things you have to do, because these guys are playing against far more competitive and superior talent, and you're just a numbers person. So they have to try and input all that stuff. It's a whole bunch of stuff that go into it. But the school
Yeah,
don't have shit to do but other than hosting.
right, right. And back to what you said, man, it's people got to look at the schools, man. There's over 100 universities out here, so they don't have the time in that small time period and all of those pro days to go to each and every pro day.
Right,
That's why
right.
they work together and they do that. Go
Right.
over here on this camp, we're gonna be over here on this one. So, yeah, I mean, it's up to the guys to figure out, you know, and where those big trials are going to be at.
Talk to your agent. Get me in. Give me an invite.
Mm-hmm.
That'll save them time. That'll save them effort. That'll save them money.
Right. Because in certain situations, if I run out of big camp, like, and I do good numbers, I ain't even finna do my pro day.
That's right. I'm done.
I'm just take my chances and run with my numbers I got and let the things fall where they may. But I'm not finna run for 32 scouts and then come back and run for 7.
That's right.
And
That's right.
possibly, run for low numbers. But my numbers is good enough to stick. That's it. I'm going with that. I did it in front of the big scouts on the big stage. I'm running with that. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah, it's like you said, there's a lot of factors that go into it, for sure.
I have another question for the panel. With the NIL deals, are agents able to get involved with the athletes earlier in their college careers? Is that a good thing? With that being said, too, as well? Mac already saying no.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why it's not a good thing. Because I came up in a football family, and I see what lack of having trust and and family companies established with DBAs on your children to funnel the money, to protect the money and to protect the child. I seen, because I came up in that and I saw how I protected my family, and nobody's doing that. This is free. That's free game right there. That's a whole nother ball game. This right here is free game for people who don't know. This is going to be free game. Okay, if I was a parent and my child was the starting quarterback for any school and he gets $1 million NIL deal, right? The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start a family living trust, putting all of my children as assets in the trust. Because my child has now become an asset to the trust with this NIL deal. This is going to protect the money. This is going to protect him. And this is going to protect anything that he does after this. This is textbook Antonio Brown shit. We taught AB this shit from the ground up. This is you put your girl on your payroll. Everything that you get is a tax write-off. We listen. Once you graduate from high school, because it used to be once you go to the league. This is because the way we was coaching it, it was once you went to the league and you got your bread. We would put all this. We will make the agents put it in place because these dudes are lawyers. But now you have to backtrack it because they're getting this bread in college. So now you got to deal with the parents. So instead of having a trust in your name, your trust needs to be in the family name. And you need to be listed as an asset in the trust. So the bread that you get as an asset of the trust it protects you in so many different ways. After you get a DBA, copyrighting your name, you can go in as a subsidiary with the NFL. If you happen to go into the league, they can use your name and likeness for all of their merchandising. But that gives you leverage on the back end. Now, they may want you to sign an exclusive deal, which you may be able to negotiate how it goes, but you really want to get protected in college now. Like right now. Like, this is what we teaching our athletes. We got 3 guys that already went. We got another couple of guys that's going to go. We doing this shit with everybody that we get in the league. Everybody. We got to, because this protects you forever. Your children going to have this. Everything that you get your old lady is a write-off. It's doing business. You see athletes with that girl riding in these Benz trucks. That's company shit. That's not. Listen, we protect everything, bro. This is. I shouldn't even did this on the live, but because this is how we advise our guys.
Mm-hmm.
You got to push this back now to high school. You see what I'm saying? You got to, because now you come out of high school, you get a $1 million deal. You're an asset. You're an asset, but you want to be an asset to your last name. You see what I'm saying?
Most
So
definitely.
the business now, because now you're a business, bro. When you turn 18, it's always been that. When you turn 18, which is the age of majority, you become a business. But we haven't been capitalizing on making ourselves businesses, especially because we ain't getting no bread when we first come out of high school. We ain't getting no bread until we get drafted or we go to the league or something.
Yeah, so
But
now
you
it's
don't
different.
have to do that. You don't have to go to the league to do that now. You see what I mean? So that's just a tidbit of free game to protect you, to protect your family, protect your money, protect any possible people coming at you. Like, why y'all think when y'all look at things, why is everything civil? There's nothing criminal. It's all civil. See what I'm saying?
Hey, Mac. Another thing, Mac, is what's going on is what people gonna find out real quick is that tax bracket. Like
That's
when you
right.
see these
That's
$1
right.
million NIL deals,
That's
that's
right.
not a meal. That is not a
That's
meal
that's three,
ticket. You
that's
might as
six
well
hundred
almost
and
chop
that's
that in
600
half.
that's
But
650,000.
yeah, man, this when I first found out about that, Matt, when I signed my signing bonus. It was 532. It was
Yeah.
532 and some change. Man, after taxes, when I got back that, like it was like 322 or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
bruh,
Yeah.
y'all just
Yeah.
took 200. You know what I can do with 200?
Off the just
But
off the lid, bro.
off
So
the
you got
leg. But
that's why
like
you gotta find these ways to get your money back, bro.
yep,
You got there's a
absolutely.
thousand creative ways to get your money back, bro. If I'm paying
Mhm.
200,000 in taxes, if I'm paying $239,000 in taxes off one check, that wasn't even his game check. That was his bonus. I got to get that back, and the only way you're gonna
Facts.
be able to get that back is through these ways. You know what I'm saying? So
These
that's free
they
game
call
right
them
there, bro.
business expenses.
Yeah. I shouldn't
Yeah, that's
even.
what.
Hey, Sly, my bad. I ain't mean to give away no free game
Nah,
on the
you can't help it, bro.
platform,
You
but
can't help it.
I can't help it, man. I got my brother here. He got an upside so high when he get to his money, man. I'm gonna be in his ear. Like, look, tell your folks this is what they need to do. You got to get you right.
And that's what I'm saying.
Jeff
Like
about to get
me,
this. Jeff about to get this check.
like for me, just sitting back and just hearing you talk about that, that was gonna help me in the long run. So
Oh yeah,
say, so
yeah,
say, like I got a young dude that's coming up, you know what I'm saying, or if I had kids and they in the same boat as me in the same shoes, they can do the same thing for them. So
yeah, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Just y'all preaching down to me about like things that like you did with AB and other players, and then put me on. So it's like now I'm like, all right, best. So whenever I make to the next level, and whenever I get that money or whatever,
Yep,
it's gonna help
yep,
me later
Hey,
on in the future and all that stuff.
yeah. Gotta
hey
protect you,
Jeff,
bro.
you
Gotta protect you.
when you get there, because they're gonna teach you. First thing they're gonna teach you at all them symposiums and all that. Hey, learn how to say no to your family, right?
Believe that.
No, it ain't about learning how to say no, bro. It's about teaching them about
Teaching them.
why you're saying no.
And
Don't
no.
just say it's a reason why I'm saying no. Like I'm get teach them, sit them down. You know what I'm saying? Have a family meeting, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
look, this is what it is. It's this much. This is what it is after taxes. I gotta pay my lawyer. I gotta pay my house fee, bro. When you sit down and people actually see what's going on, you be like, okay,
Yeah, yeah,
let me back up, all bro. That ain't
yeah,
that. So let me help
yeah,
him out, and that 50,000 I was asked for. No, I just seen the breakdown. Hey, bro, let me get 200. You know what I'm saying? So
Matter of
that helps
fact,
the family.
let me work
That
for
way.
you. Let me do something for you, so you can write it off.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
Let
sir.
me
cause
drive. Let me drive you to the airport real quick. Let me put me as your driver.
yeah, cause like I was watching the pivot with Channing, Channing Crowder, Fred
Mhm.
Taylor and RC, and I watched athlete with like B Marsh and Ocho and all that stuff, and they was talking about the same thing we talking about right now, because some athletes, when they get into the league, it's like, let me get this for my peeps, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, that's what I'm gonna do. But after that, it's like, all right, bet now if you come with me with this, I'm gonna help you get that. It's never gonna be like a lump sum of money just I'm gonna get to you like here, just here, have it. No, like for me, it's like I want to have like generational wealth for my people's coming
Right,
up. For me, like I
right,
understand it's my family, they did everything for me, and I'm gonna help them in some areas, but not everything that you want. You gonna get. You're
right.
not gonna get no
Bro. Listen, man. Like that is the for us. For our whole family, man. We had multiple people to get money, and that was like our biggest obstacle. It was to the point to where we wouldn't even come home. Like people used to be like, "When y'all coming home?" We're like, "We not coming home. Y'all beg too much. Like we can't be paying y'all." Like and it what it does is you become a crutch, and you don't want to. That's not the place you want to be, because you know, just like he said you sit down and you show people the breakdown. You got people that you can break that down to, and they'll be like, "Damn, they took that much from you." But at the end of the day, they see that six figures.
they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna
These
focus on
people
that part.
these people ain't never seen more than
Yeah.
four figures
Right.
on a check ever. They see that six,
Right.
man. That's still 275. Bro, I don't even know if I'm gonna play next year. What you mean? You know what I'm saying?
And
Like
Right.
they don't, they can't wrap their mind around nothing but what's in front of them. So
Right.
you got to be creative in how you tell people no, because some people they gonna get it. They're gonna be like, yeah, we gotta let little bro get on his feet first. Let him get in through his first contract. Like that's what I tell people. I'm like, look, our goal is to dominate and get to contract number two,
mhm.
because that's where the bread. That's when you're gonna start to be able to do your thug thizzle. You know what I'm
Yeah, make
saying?
those millions of dollars, make those,
Right. That's
some,
when
all
we
that
want to
stuff,
get the
and
contract number two. We want to dominate as much as we can based on the opportunities that we get, so we can get the contract number two. Once we get the contract number two, that's when you can start putting things in place to create generational wealth, get assets, let your assets pay for your bills. That way you'll have extended cash flow to be able to give your people a little something for Christmas and birthdays and different things like that. But you ain't trying to be broke at the end of your career. You know what I'm saying?
most
You ain't
definitely.
trying to be, in a position to where you can't give back. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to be in a position to where you can really give back, but the giving back and the philanthropy that you're doing is coming from your assets and not your stash that you living from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then
Let your
that's why,
assets let the assets donate to the community and things like that. So, but
understandable. Hmm.
you got man, listen, you got two real good dudes, three with Sly. You got three real good dudes you can tap into at any time with any questions. They got a lot of experience, you know, and that's the thing. Like, I don't know. See, Ant worked with a lot of kids, but see, the thing is, people be scared to talk to Ant because you know he got the rings. You see, it's something about them rings, man. Boy got
Hmm.
them rings. People be scared to talk to him. You know what I mean? But he got a tremendous amount of reach. When it comes to the league, my brother's an executive. In the NFL. One of my mentees that I've been a mentor for a very long time is one of the best strength and conditioning coaches in the NFL. So we got a lot of people, a lot of resources that, if you have questions, we can get answers. And a lot of college kids, they got questions. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I was in the dark. I didn't know what no NFL player wanted. I didn't know what no NFL scout wanted to see. I didn't know. I'm just playing because I'm from the hood and I got a free education. They gonna give me a degree to do this. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm from the country. I'm from the dirt. You feel me? I'm from the swamps. And they give me a free degree to do this. I don't even know nothing about the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So I was just doing it to get out the hood. So I really didn't. I went in blind, not knowing. Now you got technology, you got communication, you got attributes, things that you want to do, but on the business side of it, y'all don't know what's going on. So y'all don't understand the politics because y'all are still perfecting and enjoying your craft. You see
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Then,
Yeah.
but once it turned into business, though.
Then it's a
Yeah,
and
yeah. Like Max saying, it ain't until you see them couple moves and made to players that you wouldn't think they would be moved on. You be like, oh, so this is how this goes. So
Oh,
yeah, that's why
okay,
that's why you see like uh, you know Tyreek Hill, he wanted X amount of money, they didn't give it to him, so he went to Miami. They gave him this. Devontae Adams got, he got the franchise tag, but he ain't like that money, so he went to Las Vegas. He wanted this, and he got this amount of money. That's why you see other athletes, like Debo try to get a trade because he wasn't getting this amount of money. AJ Brown got traded because he ain't get X amount of money. So I see where you're coming from because now it's different because once most people was like, man, I'm just trying to play. I ain't really worried about the money, but the money is going to help you live and sustain and get what you want.
yeah.
So
Once
that's
you
why,
get the check, you can play freely. Once you get the
yeah,
guarantee, you can really just be a child in the game and hone your skill and compete. That's when you
mm-hmm.
competing. When you competing for
man.
your life, when you competing for the livelihood of the game. That first contract, that undrafted guy, that first contract who feel like he can't make a mistake because he a free agent. Those people almost always self-sabotage themselves because they're competing like it's their life instead of having fun, doing the thing that they've been taught to do. You're
16
doing
was
the
key.
exact same thing that the first rounder is doing. You out there to learn and have fun doing it. And
Hey,
when
but
you
you know what the
tense,
difference be, Mac? You know
we,
what the difference be though? But man, like at that level, like what kind of leash you got. You know what I mean?
oh
You
yeah,
know if you're a
oh yeah,
free agent,
oh
your
yeah,
leash ain't as long as that
oh
first
yeah. I
rounders.
know my
So
leash
you
ain't
know
long, right?
my my mistakes they gonna be minimal.
Magnify them.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's almost like the guys based on where you at under a certain level, you damn near gotta be perfect. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Or
yeah,
that opportunity is gonna be snatched from you just
yeah,
like that. So the amount of pressure, man, that certain guys gotta play under, man, it's just
yeah. And I get it, and
monumental.
I
You can't
tell
even
my
measure
guys,
it.
you don't try to be perfect. Just be you. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yes,
don't try
sir.
to be perfect because when you start trying to be perfect, you gonna that's when you
Oh
that's
yeah.
when you start having drops and
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
get broke on. You wasn't flat. You drifted. You like I was drifting. Yeah, you was drifting. He undercut you. That's the
yeah.
little things you don't. So just be you. Be great. Be loose. You know, have about 3 or 4 of those. 6 for 120. You have 3 of those next year, boy.
I got a question,
Oh yeah.
mainly for Foreman and in regards to Jeff. Now I'm on the outside looking in. I'm a casual observer. My question would be, when does Jeff begin to move different and begin to insulate himself, or does he do that?
You're a junior, Jeff, right?
Yeah, I'm a junior.
Next year.
Yeah, next
He
year's my
got he
senior year. Next year
Yeah,
my
he got
senior
one
year.
more
Yeah.
year. This is
And
last
then
buffer.
but
It's fun
I
and
got
games now.
I got 2 years left actually because the COVID
You
year
got the
didn't really
COVID
count
year.
as a
You got the
season.
COVID
So I
year.
got
Okay,
two
okay,
years
okay,
left.
cool.
And then so
Listen,
for
this your
me,
last year. This your
basically
last
like
buffer year.
so for me it's like since I already had, one full season under my belt, it's a lot of things are left off the table that me personally I gotta go like regain that title back and go get what I and go get it. And then And then if I like the numbers from there, then I'll make my decisions from them. But if I feel like I can be the best of the in the nation and keep going from that momentum that I had from then, I'm gonna ball out one more time, and then then I'll make my decision to go
Right,
next level
right,
or this and
right.
that. So for me, I got two more. I got two more seasons, and I don't really look back at this past season because this past season I was thinking about I was thinking too much. I was trying to be perfect instead of just me go out there and have fun. So the numbers that I wanted, I ain't get because I was thinking too much. I was in my head. I was like, man, why I ain't doing this? Why I ain't getting that? It was just me being selfish instead of me go out there and playing and have
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah,
So now
yeah.
bump the season. I learned, learn from mistakes and go from there. So now this is my actual true season that I feel like now it's my time to go ball out. And then if I'm good at that, and then they like what they see, then I make my shit there. But if they feel like I still got things to do, then I'm like, I'm go, head off and do
Hmm.
another thing, another season and go from there.
Yeah.
But
You're in a
yeah,
good position. You're in a
mhm.
very good position. That COVID season put y'all in a great position, bro, because you
Yeah,
got time to develop.
we had like fifth year, we had like 6 year seniors still here. We got cats who still got like 3 4 years eligibility left. You already been in college for 2 or 3 years, but it gives guys more time to
Develop,
play
yeah.
and develop. But then it hurts some guys in the end because you got young guys from like say JUCO or high school guys that's trying to come in. They're like, man, I really I ain't really got no spots for you. And then with the transfer portal going crazy nowadays, it's like the deadline was the day, and you got like over like no, it's only like 6,400 guys still in there, and it's hard for most
Wow.
of them. It's hard for most of them to get schools because
Yeah.
like, it's hard for the guys in the portal and guys high
It's
school and
on
JUCO,
college. Yeah. Yeah.
to get a school because they only got X amount of scholarships left.
Right.
And
Right.
if you're not the best one out of X amount of receivers or X amount of DBs or X amount of D line in both portal, high school, and JUCO, you're not gonna get that. That like that chance you want, you're not gonna get. So that's why you see most cats go JUCO, or
Right.
most cats, go here and there, or they just stop playing because it's like, man, I really can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right. Right. Right.
so that's
Yeah,
why,
man.
yeah,
That shit. I told man. I spoke about this a long time ago. I said, bro, it's gonna be detrimental to the kids, man. It's giving false narratives and false hopes. Like, so one of the things. Okay, let's think about this, right? When you go home, right, to work out with other cats that go to other schools, but y'all play together, right? We all do it. Like we go back to the crib. Such and such went to Texas Tech. Such and such went to Arkansas. Such and such went to Tennessee. Such and such. Y'all come home to work out together, right?
hmm
And everybody think they good, right? Everybody think they good because they good at their school until they come home and see how good they homeboy done got. Like,
it's different.
yeah, it's different. I mean, just imagine you going into a transfer portal thinking that, oh, I'm better than 99% of these cats. Man, the desire and the hunger is
No more,
ridiculous right now.
it's crazy.
Everybody is hungry, man.
It's crazy because you got cats that been in the portal since season started. They still trying to get their name called, or you got dudes who transfer 4, 5, 6 times, and they'll like say they'll play a year here, then they'll play another year here, or they don't like it here, so they go here. Bro, your season done, bro. Like your college career is over because you ain't found a place
Yep,
at home to use for. And then
yep,
and then they're like, "Bet I'm going to the league." And then you got cats like you got boys that from my high school. They all at D2. Some went D1, some went D2, and they balling out at D2. They feel like shit. If I hit the portal, I bet you I'm gonna lock up your best receiver at your school. And I'm like, go ahead, my boy. Like
right,
I want you to show me your best at your level, and I'm gonna show you my best at my level. And then if you beat me, then I'm gonna come back the next day, and then I'm gonna beat you.
Right.
So it's hard, yeah, and most people don't see like, yeah, you can be the best, in your conference, but you got a cat that's, Sun Belt or Pac-10 or whatever,
That's
and
crazy.
he doing what you do, but even better. And now you
Right.
like,
That's
and,
crazy.
and now say he wants the Alabama offer, and he wants the Alabama offer. Y'all both do the same thing, but he more hungry, and he knows like there's a dude out there that's working harder than me, and they offer him, and then you like, why they offer him, but they ain't offer me? I'm better than this cat. But you go back and you watch him, you're like, yeah,
Let me tell you another angle of the transfer portal that nobody's really talking about. It's the tributaries. Everybody knows tributaries is the branches of a river, right?
mm-hmm.
All these coaches, all these big time coaches, all of them, they got hundreds of tributaries. It's just like Debo, it's just like the coach at Georgia, it's just like the coach over here. These coaches come off the same tree. And if I got a guy over here and I'm coaching at North Texas, and I was Nick Saban wide receiver coach at LSU, and I got a wide receiver at North Texas that's fire, I'm gonna call St. Nick and say, look, he above this conference and he in the portal. St. Nick gonna say, okay. Now you could be at Clemson and get into the transfer portal and want to come to Alabama. But this coach over here at North Texas and already put the word in for his guy.
Fact.
And you not gonna get in.
Nah, because coaches know coaches. Like,
Them coaches, them tributaries, they all come, they all know each other. And they all
yes,
coach together and they gonna all go on their word. So it's a lot of kids that just jumping in that transfer portal, not even understanding the politics behind the scenes.
yes, and it's
Hey,
crazy.
Everybody connected, man.
And they
it's
won't
crazy
understand because the coach will call, say a coach at like Alabama will call about this guy, and if our coach tell them the truth, they ain't gonna rock with him. But if
Yeah,
they tell them like, then this how like our coach is. You want to be an and guy or a but guy. You can be he's good, this and that, but da 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 da. Or you're gonna be
right.
he's great and da 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 da. Which one sounds better, the and or the but? And most of the time,
It's the
some people
end.
are the but because they're good, but their attitude, work ethic, blah blah. So they'll call and be like, "Hey, I watched these 10 guys. What you think your guy's better than this guy or better than these 10? He's this is not, and da da da. But if you go, he's this not, but da da da. That number one guy they're iffy on, and you and him are like they're gonna offer you or offer him. They'll call and be like, which one? Then they'll decide from there. But so like the transporters is crazy. Like
Yeah, man. Yeah,
it
man.
hey
crazy.
man, I don't like what the portal's doing as far as
I don't
mentality
either.
wise to the
I
players
don't either,
because
bro.
it's creating a flee versus fighter attitude. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right, bro.
Like
That's right. That's
it,
right.
It's
as
hard.
soon as
It
somebody
makes it
is
it makes it easy for people. It makes it easy. Like
yeah,
I ain't start, so I'm in a reporter. I'm gonna go here because I was this and that. Nah, bro.
No,
Like
no, nobody want to compete. But you
no,
scared of competition?
and most people don't
That
want
what
to
you
fight through
scared, man.
adversity.
Nobody want to fight. Don't nobody want to fight. Everybody want to flee.
Yeah, and nobody want to fight through adversity. Nobody want to go through the struggles and the hard times to help them grow and to figure out who they is as a person. They just want to be like, nah, I'm gonna take the easy way out and go here. I'm
Let
gonna
me
go here.
tell you
I'm gonna
what,
go
bro.
there.
In about 2 years, I ain't gonna be no easy way out. Everybody gonna be cold. Everybody is because let me tell you something. There's one thing I learned. They gonna find them. I don't matter what rock you under. If it's some dog in you, they gonna find them. And when they find
and
them
that's the
dogs,
cardinal
when they
rule.
find that honey hole, the transfer portal gonna be like it's gonna be the burial ground. It's gonna be go where people go to get buried. They're gonna go to get buried by tons and tons and tons of talent.
Yeah, because like some people like understand like if it's like most people like when they enter the portal, I understand like some of the reason that you got, I can like I accept that go out there and go out fun, my boy. If you're a grad transfer and you got 1 year and they got your major or whatever, I understand that. Go or like coaches changing and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go with my go with him. That's my like I'm gonna rock with that. Or say just say since you've been here and you bought out and you feel like you can go elsewhere and play better and play this and that, I can dig that. But if you leaving because man, I ain't playing, coach don't like me, players is weird. It's no fun now because you like why am I building like brotherhood with this dude when he just gonna up a league because he ain't playing? It don't. It's turning into like NBA free agency where it's like it's like I want this guy, that guy. It's like you get this guy, I get this guy, you get this, you get. And it's not like, but it's like if you playing and you balling out, and say you got like 1 year left, I understand that like enter the portal and they gonna find you because you already did your time here. Go live and go play. But if you just leave and just leave like it ain't for me
Yeah,
no
that's
more,
crazy. Yeah,
or like
that's the part that's killing me, man. If people just transferring just to transfer because they don't want to compete. Ain't no dog in them. They
it's
just
like
signed
coach don't
and they
like
don't want to.
me.
They don't want to get better. Like
Yeah,
beat me out, dog. Beat me
like do
out.
that. And
You see
then
what I'm
people be
saying?
like, yeah, I'm leaving
Yeah.
because coach don't like me. Coach ain't playing me. This and
Coaches don't
that.
like nobody. Coaches
But
don't like nobody. They want to win. If your
but
attitude is winning, they like
but
you.
that's what I'm saying. Coach gonna play the dogs that's doing what they supposed to be doing.
Right. Right.
Coach ain't gonna play the cat where he got to remind 30,000 times to do this, or
No.
or he got to watch you every play to make sure you know what you're doing. Like the
Right.
coach gonna play the guy that he knows he can go out there and do his best and know he doing what he doing,
Right. Right.
and it makes it and people don't have like confidence nowadays when they play. They just saying it's whatever. It's what I'm saying. It's like it's whatever. Just blah. Like they lost confidence. They lost all that shit. They lost
Yep.
love for the
Yep.
game. So they're like, I'm into the portal. So, but they don't understand the portal has 19,000 U's in there. What makes you different from the other U that you see in the?
That's crazy, bro. That's simply that's crazy to me. But this is what they asked for. You know what I mean? That we always, we come from the old school where you got to compete. You got to compete. You got to win. That builds winners. All of that adversity, it builds character and it builds winners. People that know how to lose become the best winners. Like you said, you come from a losing team. I come from losing teams. And come from losing teams to be champions. So it teaches you how to overcome adversity, teaches you how to become better leaders. But if everybody's constantly running and running and running, searching for the easy way out, bro, you got a rude awakening, man. It's
Yeah, and people
crazy.
not gonna know how to handle life outside of football because you keep running.
Right, right. Keep running. Keep running.
I got a question. It'll be my last question for me for the night before I wrap this up. Jeff, from your point of view, what would you like to see different, or what would you like to see implemented moving forward for guys, not just in your position, your predicament, but just for college football athletes moving forward? Or are there things that you wish the school would take more onus in getting you guys prepped for whatever life may throw at you?
I'll just say, just most guys need help, like mentally. You know what I'm saying? Most guys can be gifted, on the field and all that stuff, or on the course or whatever. But most cats struggle with like mental health. You know what I'm saying? Most cats need somebody to lean on and talk to. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and you see how like you see them players that commit suicide, and it's sad to see that because they ain't got nobody to voice, or nobody to talk to, or coaches talking bad about them or doing this and that. So they're just like, why am I playing all that stuff? But I just feel like they just need like more help, like uphill, because physically they can go out there and do anything in the world, but if they ain't right uphill, they can't do that. And I feel like going forward, like that's something that's like that should be implemented and help, because people need help, but people don't know how to talk about it. And I just feel like just everybody just go out there and just be you, be different, just be you, go have fun. And if you're struggling, go have fun, find a way to go have fun, smile, just keep moving forward, because you never know when your chance is up, because you can be that missing piece that everybody needs, or you're just gonna be like everybody else and be regular. Like set yourself different from everybody. Like be different, be you, be unique. It's because nowadays everybody's trying to be the same. You see everybody trying to be the same. Everybody trying to wear this or wear that, instead of just dressing how you want to dress, or play how you want to play, think how you want to think, speak how you like. Just be free, have free, just be you, be different, just live life and have fun. Like that's how I feel. And that's what I feel like needs to happen, because some coaches and some people like players that play like this, instead of just go like you can do what we say, but have fun. Go play. Go do
Right.
what you do best. You know what I'm saying? Just go do what you do. That's scoring touchdowns. That's putting a ball in the hoop, hitting home runs, whatever. Like go play and go have fun. Like the other stuff is gonna come, the corrections and all that stuff. It's gonna come. Just go play and don't think twice. Just go out there and have fun. That's what I feel like needs to happen moving forward.
Good stuff. Mac and Ant, you guys got any final words before we get out of here tonight?
Man, listen,
Hey,
Jeff, I'm rooting for you. You got a new set of eyes on you. You got a whole nother family that's gonna start coming and wrapping their arms around you. Just do what you do. Don't do more than you can do. Don't overbear yourself, because you're gonna be covered and you're gonna have energy behind you that you don't even know you got. So continue in your greatness. Continue to be great. We we may not say much, but we always watching, and we expect greatness from you, brother. And
I got you.
just keep doing your thing, man. Good looking out. Thank you for coming to do the interview with us, man, and just continue to be great, bro.
Appreciate you. No problem. It was a pleasure meeting both of y'all and just talking and just hearing what y'all talking about and voicing my opinions with y'all and all that stuff. It basically opened my eyes to like how y'all played and how y'all view things and all that stuff. Just y'all preaching out of me helps me move forward in life. But I appreciate and thank all y'all for having me on here too.
Yeah, Anthony, you got
yes,
any
sir.
last words, bro?
I'm just gonna get my three keys, Jeff, man. Faith, vision, and vision, bro. Vision and vision. Can't nobody believe more than you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a believer, bro. Two, vision. You see it. We know it's real. You playing in the watching it since you was a kid on TV. Now you playing in it. You know what I'm saying? In the
Mm-hmm.
TV. Now we got to envision. You know what I mean? When we watching them games on Sunday, every play that's being made, that's me. That's me until you get there. You know what I'm saying? Then you just work through the process, bro. You know what I mean? And you got two years left. You know what I mean? Just keep climbing those steps, man. Working, perfecting your craft, and enjoying the game, bro. And it's gonna come how it's supposed to come, G.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate that a lot. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, man. Hey, best of man. Yeah, we'll all be watching and rooting for you. I'll make sure everyone has everyone's contacts after the show behind the scenes, so in case you ever need to reach out to these gurus over here for whatever reasons. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I want to thank everybody. You know, because you guys are big dogs, and you know y'all could have been anywhere, but y'all here with me, so I appreciate it. I'm always humble. Thank you guys for your time and energy and words of wisdom. Jeff, go be great. Go be great, because we need more young guys like you. So with that being said, I want to wish everybody a good night. Everybody go be with the families, go hang out and do what y'all do. And I hope to do this again. You know, and just I'm looking forward for updates from you, Jeff, and we want to see your career blossom. You know, so you know, the more NFL guys we have up here hanging out, you know what I'm saying? You can't
Yeah,
let
no doubt. I like to say shout out to
yeah.
the New Orleans Buckeyes, because we got Olave and we got Mike and we got Marshawn and we hey boy, we about to be a problem, you heard me?
Hey, but it's crazy. Look, my boy, he played here. He signed his free agent deal with y'all after he played with the Dolphins. My boy Kurt Merrick gonna be playing with y'all. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
down in me and him is in the works of me coming down in New Orleans work out for a little bit. So I'm gonna hit you up when I'm
Yeah,
down there.
yeah, man. Yeah, hit me up, boy. I'll put you in touch with some absolute monsters now.
I like that. You know what I'm saying? I need to better myself so I can show
You know
them.
what
You
I'm
know what I'm saying?
saying? Y'all see how CD Deuce and them were playing this year? Them boy had everybody frustrated.
Yeah.
Right on, right on. Yeah, like I said, after this, I'll make sure everybody has everybody's information. So, and please, you know, use it. That's what these guys are here for. They wouldn't be here if that weren't the case. So, you know, I know you have your own personal circle, but like I said, you got extended family here, and that's why we were all brought here for a reason. So, with that being said, go ahead and get out of here, guys. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. And I thank you guys, and
Appreciate
hopefully
y'all.
I
I'm gonna
will
see
do
y'all
this
later.
again. All right, cool. Y'all
Yes,
have a good
sir.
night. Peace,
Appreciate you.
peace, peace.
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 All right, I'm gonna do this station identification break, and I'm gonna get up out of here.
Welcome to the Morning Star Show with Super Sly 75. You're listening to OnTheWakeUpRadio.com. Sign up for OTWTube.com, uncensored free speech platform. Shout out to our super producer, Cindy Ashby. All shows are live on TheWakeUpRadio.com. Catch replays on SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, as well as OTWTube.com. And now back to your host, Super Sly 75.
I don't know why, like Cindy put extra sauce on it. Um, hey, she put extra sauce on it, man. You know. All right, so I thank everybody. I want to thank my guests for the night, Mac, Anthony Smith, Jeff Foreman. I'll definitely be keeping tabs on Jeff Foreman. So yeah, hopefully everybody got some out of it. That's why I do this, for the people, whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna get up out of here. I gotta go to work in the morning. We'll do this again soon. Y'all have a good one. Peace.